Here's something wild. Most people walking around today have absolutely no clue where they stand financially. They think they're middle class. They feel like they're doing okay. But when you lay the actual numbers on the table, the picture looks nothing like what they imagined. Some folks who believe they're barely scraping by are actually closer to the top than they realize. Others who feel wealthy are sitting squarely in the middle. And that gap between perception and reality? That's exactly what's keeping most households stuck on the same rung of the ladder year after year. So today, we're fixing that. We're walking through the entire American wealth ladder, from the households barely hanging on at the bottom all the way up to the elite top 10%. By the time we finish, you'll know exactly where your household lands and what it takes to climb higher. And trust me, a few of these numbers are going to catch you off guard. Before we dive in, let's get one thing crystal clear. We're talking about household net worth here, not what you earn and not what one person owns. Net worth is the real scoreboard. You add up everything your household owns, your house, retirement accounts, brokerage investments, savings, cars, anything with value, and then you subtract every single thing you owe. Mortgage, credit cards, student loans, auto loans, all of it. Whatever's left standing is your net worth. The numbers we're using come from the Federal Reserve's Survey of Consumer Finances, adjusted for 2026. So these figures reflect today's reality, not some outdated snapshot from years ago. All right, let's start at the bottom and work our way up. The bottom rung, lower class. The bottom 25% of American households have a net worth under roughly $23,000. And when you look inside these households, you see a very specific picture. Maybe there's a small savings account, maybe an older car that still runs, but the debts they carry tend to wipe out whatever they own. For plenty of families in this group, net worth is hovering near zero or even dipping into negative territory. This is the group living paycheck to paycheck. A surprise medical bill, a busted transmission, a week off work without pay, any of it can send things spiraling. Long-term investment accounts are usually non-existent or close to it. But here's something important. Being in this bracket doesn't always mean low income. Sometimes it's a young professional fresh out of school with massive student loans. Sometimes it's someone recovering from divorce, medical debt, or a tough stretch in their career. Income and net worth often move together, but not always. Still, from a pure wealth perspective, this group sits firmly at the base of the ladder, climbing up, lower middle class. Now we move into the lower middle class, households sitting between the 25th and 50th percentile. Net worth here runs from about $23,000 up to roughly $179,000. This is where real assets start showing up. The problem is, most of that wealth is locked inside one thing, their home. It's not usually from aggressive saving or smart investing. It's from the slow grind of making mortgage payments month after month and watching property values climb. There might be a small 401k balance and a modest savings cushion, but those pieces are still catching up. The tricky part about this bracket is that wealth exists on paper, but flexibility doesn't. If the furnace dies or someone loses their job for 2 months, this household has to dip into limited cash, take on new debt, or make hard choices. They're building towards stability, but they're not there yet. From this point, households split into two directions. Most stay here and move up slowly, but the ones who start saving intentionally, investing consistently, and growing their income, they break out faster than they ever thought possible. Your starting line is not your finish line. The middle, where most Americans live. Now we hit the median, the 50th percentile. This is the exact midpoint of American wealth. Half the country has more, half has less, and that number sits at roughly $179,000. That catches a lot of people off guard. With all the headlines about booming stock markets and rising home prices, you'd expect the average American to be rolling in wealth. But the reality is more grounded. Here's what a typical median household looks like. They own a home with some equity built up, and that equity makes up most of their net worth. They've got retirement savings in a 401k or IRA that's growing slowly because contributions are modest. There's a bit of cash sitting in savings, enough for small emergencies but not enough to ride out a storm. And there's manageable consumer debt in the mix, maybe a car loan, maybe a credit card balance that rotates each month. The middle isn't drowning, but it's not thriving either. It's treading water with steady effort. The households that break free from this bracket do it by making 3 moves consistently. They invest automatically every month. They attack high-interest debt aggressively, and they find ways to grow their income over time. Small, consistent action compounds into real wealth faster than people expect. Stepping up, upper middle class. The upper middle class covers households with a net worth between about $179,000 and $610,000. This is where the balance of wealth starts to shift in a meaningful way. Most households here own their homes and have built real equity, but their retirement accounts are no longer an afterthought. At around the $500,000 mark, you'll often see a roughly even split between home equity and other assets like investments and savings. Debt is still part of the picture, but it's intentional debt. Low-rate mortgages used strategically instead of high-interest balances that drain monthly cash flow. This group tends to save regularly, invest with purpose, and sometimes runs more than one income stream. This is a major turning point. Households that stay diversified and keep investing steadily during this phase often slide into the top quarter of American wealth. It's the bracket where intentional choices start compounding visibly. The upper class, where wealth starts working for you. Now we're entering what most people think of as genuine financial success. Households between the 75th and 90th percentile hold net worth between roughly $610,000 and $1.72 million. The financial picture looks different here. These households usually hold multiple asset types: home equity, retirement accounts, taxable brokerage investments, and sometimes a business or rental property. The biggest shift is that investments now make up the majority of wealth, often around 75%, with home equity playing a smaller supporting role. This is the point where wealth stops, depending on property alone, and starts being driven by diversified growing assets. Investments compound, dividends reinvest, the momentum begins carrying itself. Households in this bracket often find that moving up the next rung gets easier, not harder, because the math of compounding starts doing the heavy lifting. The top 10%. At the top of the ladder, we reach the top 10%. To join this club, a household needs a net worth of $1.72 million or more. Wealth operates on completely different rules at this level. Investments dominate the balance sheet. Home equity becomes a smaller slice of the pie. Stock portfolios, real estate, and business ownership generate passive income through dividends, interest, rental payments, and profits. The money works while the household sleeps. Some people in this bracket have hit full financial independence. Their investments alone cover their lifestyle. Others still work, but with a safety net so solid they can take risks, chase opportunities, and plan for generations ahead. Even within this top tier, there's a massive range. Someone at the bottom edge of the top 10% is still focused on growth. Someone near the top 1% with tens of millions in assets sees their wealth accelerate in ways that feel almost automatic. But here's the important context. None of these brackets account for age. A 28-year-old with student loans and a small savings account isn't failing. They're at the starting line. What matters is direction. People who stay intentional move up the ladder faster than they think. The full wealth ladder at a glance. So here's the whole picture. Under $23,000 puts a household at the bottom. $23,000 to $179,000 is the lower middle class. $179,000 to $610,000 is the upper middle class. $610,000 to $1.72 million is the upper class. And above $1.72 million drops a household into the top 10% of America. Notice something important. The jumps between rungs get bigger and bigger. The climb from the middle to the top isn't linear. It's exponential. And here's the real takeaway. Where you stand today is just a snapshot. It's not your destiny. Paying down debt, building home equity, and investing consistently can move you up the ladder faster than you'd believe. The numbers just give you clarity, and clarity is always the first step toward change. Know in the comments what you have gained from this video so that we can improve and keep doing that better. Don't forget to share this video with your loved ones, who will get some insights because one video is enough to give people enough ideas to change their lives. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.